What's going on, Cowboy Nation and Cowboy haters alike? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Angry Cowboys fan, here on YouTube, the place where you can get that raw and uncut emotion about the Dallas Cowboys 24/7, 365. And as long as I'm alive, y'all know it's DC for life. So let's go ahead and hit that intro.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, the Angry Cowboys fan, here on YouTube. You know I gotta bring that raw, but before I bring that raw, I gotta give y'all a round of applause. Thank you, guys. I want to thank each and every person who watched the last video, Joy and Rain. I want to thank each and every person who took the time out of their day to go down in the comment section and give me their opinions on the video. I also want to thank whoever subscribed and liked the video. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. The Angry Cowboys fan YouTube channel is taking off, and I pray that you all will continue the journey. Guys, you see me wearing a Leighton Vander Esch jersey. Y'all see me wearing it. Why am I wearing it? Because I'm a superstitious dude. I wear my Crocs during game day, and I wear jerseys whenever, somebody gets injured. Right now, Leighton Vander Esch is injured, and I reported that it would be 2 to 4 weeks that he would be out, but that time has extended 4 to 6 weeks. So we here over at the Angry Cowboy fan channel, we and Cowboys Nation, we want to send Leighton Vander Esch some well wishes. Get well, Wolf Hunter. We gonna need you. We gonna need you in the middle of that field. But today's topic, one of today's topics, because I got 2 of them, we got to give Molly Qerim, we got to give her a round of applause. Yeah. Molly, she defended them boys against Stephen A., Dan Orlovsky, and Kimberly Martin on First Take. When I heard Molly saying that she agreed with Micah Parsons, I jumped out of my seat. I was screaming at the TV talking about, that's what I'm talking about. So I have a few audio clips from the interaction between Molly, Stephen A., Dan Orlovsky, and Kimberly Martin on First Take. So let's take a listen to that, and then we'll come back and unpack that raw. So here we go with Molly, first clip.
He's right.
I'm saying,
we don't bring the same energy. It's 100% right, Stephen A. We don't bring the same energy when the Eagles lose to the Jets.
Most
as
teams
we
don't
would
bring
with
the same energy to Cowboys and their fan
but
base
the
win.
expectations are supposed to be even higher for Philly. He's just pointing out a hypocrisy.
No, it's not.
He's 100% right.
You're totally wrong. You're totally wrong.
Are you kidding
The Philadelphia Eagles, when's the last time the Philadelphia Eagles won a Super Bowl?
2017.
How about that? Was the last time the Dallas Cowboys won a Super Bowl?
1995.
Stephen A., that Micah Parsons
I'm not talking about him.
I hate when you guys hold the history against. When you hold the history against Micah Parsons. What happened in the 90s has nothing to do with him.
Because Micah has no recollection of 1995. It was before he was born.
Yeah.
But he has to understand when you put the star on, everything that comes with it, part of why there's so much attention around this team, why people get so frustrated by this team, is that they have great rosters and they find ways to still not meet expectations. That is part of the history. You can't run from that.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Damn, she said meet expectations, guys. First and foremost, when people's opinions are kind of askew, when they're kind of not right, they tend to get loud. They try to overtalk you. They try to get you to cower down out of the conversation. Stephen A. and a lot of the talking heads ask Cowboy fans and people who question their hatred toward the Cowboys, their question is, when was the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl? Everybody knows that damn answer. It's 1995. Especially Cowboys fans. We know. But when was the last time that the 49ers won a Super Bowl? 1992? Even when the Niners had a turnover-prone quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo, you still didn't hear that same level of hatred that you do with the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, the 49ers made it back to the Super Bowl when Colin Kaepernick was their quarterback, and Dallas has yet to taste any NFC championship. But like I said in the last video, we don't recognize runners-up in history. We acknowledge winners. It should be Super Bowl or bust for 32 teams in the NFL, not just one. Kimberly Martin said they find ways to not meet expectations. Every team's expectation is to make it to the Super Bowl. At the end of the previous season, each organization goes into the offseason thinking of ways that they can better their team to put them in a better opportunity at a Super Bowl run. Am I right? There's not one team that goes into the preseason thinking that they're not going to be anything during the regular season. Like, I don't think Carolina went into the preseason like, damn, we suck. We're going to go 0-17 this year. There's no way that we're going to make it. They don't do that. Whether it's the Dallas Cowboys or the Carolina Panthers, every team, they aspire to make it to the playoffs and then have a playoff run. Hopefully a deep playoff run that ends with a Super Bowl championship. 31 teams fall to the expectation of their organization and fan base, but when it's the Cowboys, we get the short end of the stick. But, that's blatantly obvious. But I'm glad that the topic is being brought up. I hate the fact that it was brought up by Micah Parsons and the fact that Micah Parsons has a podcast, but I'll get into that, in another video. But it's been ignored for years. I'm happy that this is being talked about on major networks now. Cowboys get a lot of coverage, and not all of it good. But I'm going to go into the second clip that I have from Molly. She continuously went in on First Take. So let's go ahead and listen to that second clip. This amuses me.
Of course, but guess what, Stephen A? Both things can be true. There can be hypocrisy, and there can be benefits to playing for the Cowboys.
But what makes it hypocritical?
Yeah.
Like, I agree that we
because we don't clown and we don't dance and do all the things when they lose to the Jets. We don't do that for Philly. In Philly, you could argue the expectations were higher. They were in the Super Bowl last year.
Because Philly's fan base isn't as annoying as the Cowboys fan base.
And I believe Molly's right. Don't you think that the expectations should fall on Kansas City and the Eagles? Don't you think that because they made the Super Bowl and the Kansas City Chiefs are a mainstay in the Super Bowl, you don't ask who you're facing on the AFC side because it's always Kansas City. But come on now, you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying, guys? But at the end of the clip, Stephen A said something that kind of made me smile, because it's real. It's real in his eyes. He said the Philly fans, they aren't as annoying as the Cowboy fans. He wants to see Cowboy Nation with them long faces like we had at the end of the playoff game last year and the year before that. He wants to see that. He wants us to make it to the NFC Championship and lose. He wouldn't love anything more. He wants us to get to a Super Bowl and lose. How do we stop the hate, you ask? I've asked that same question. When? We have to win, Cowboys Nation. We have to go out there and punch every single opponent in the mouth for 60 minutes during the remainder of the season and into the playoffs. We got to show the other 31 teams in the NFL that we are about that life, that we can hang with the other playoff caliber teams. I know, Cowboy Nation, it's been over 27 years since we've tasted victory, since we've been able to hoist that Lombardi. There's been years where we've been kind of close, but y'all know what they say, close only applies to horseshoes and hand grenades. It's past damn time for the Cowboys to get past the divisional round. I am tired of Richard Sherman singing that damn song, Divisional Linda, Divisional Linda. I'm tired of it. We have the tools. We have the talent. Even if you don't think that Dak Prescott is an elite quarterback. And that brings me into my next topic of the video. Some Dallas Cowboy fans say that Dak Prescott isn't an elite quarterback, and I'd have to agree with them. I'd have to agree. Dak is not elite. Is he ass? No. Hell no. I don't feel Dak Prescott is ass. I do feel that the talking heads throw the word elite around way too much. There's really only one elite quarterback in the NFL, and that's Patrick Mahomes. Every other quarterback's trying to catch up to Patrick Mahomes, while Patrick Mahomes is trying to catch up to Tom Brady, which is history. There are some great quarterbacks, like really great quarterbacks, like Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, yes, and the Cowboy killer Aaron Rodgers. There are some good quarterbacks on their way to being great, Matthew Stafford. CJ Stroud, the rookie, keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him. He's going to do some things. Justin Herbert, even though we just beat him. Tua Tagovailoa, and Jared Goff. Then you have your game managers. Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, Jordan Love, or Justin Fields. In those Dallas Cowboy Facebook groups, I would read how Dak's an average quarterback and how Dak Prescott is just a game manager. Where would you put Dak Prescott, guys? According to the list that I just shared with you, where would you put Dak Prescott? Is he great? Is he good going toward great? Or is he a game manager? If you say game manager, I'm going to leave you with a clip that Shannon Sharpe said whenever they brought up the idea of the New York Jets going to the Super Bowl. So just listen to this clip and keep Dak Prescott in mind.
Game managers win Super Bowls too.
You would know. You would know.
I absolutely would know. And there have been a lot of guys that, I want to have that guy, and he ain't got nothing to show for it. And I played with a guy that understood who he was, and most important, who he wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, does Dak Prescott understand who he is? Does Dak Prescott understand who he isn't? Does the Dallas Cowboy organization understand who Dak Prescott is and what Dak Prescott is capable of? Do you think they understand that? You've heard my thoughts on the Molly defense and the constant bashing of Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. What do you guys think about it, Cowboy Nation? Do you think that ESPN and FS1 should put some respect on the Cowboy name? Put your thoughts in the comments section below. I love reading your thoughts, guys, and I'll try my hardest to respond to every single one of you. If you've liked the content, feel free to drop a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to leave y'all with a comment that sums it up for me as a fan, and I hope that it sums it up for the Dallas Cowboy organization and Cowboy Nation. I'm the Angry Cowboys fan. I'm out, y'all.